So what does this application do? This application supports a user to explore this data within the DHIS2, and then later it allows them to import this data into the DHIS2. And for start, we are looking at temperature, precipitation, and humidity data. And then once you import this data into DHIS2, then you can then analyze this data using the DHIS2 analytic features to combine or translate health and climate data to basically generate the meaningful insights that you would want to see out of this data. And so once you log in to the DHIS2, the first thing you'll definitely see is this dashboard that we've put up for the demo called Climate and Malaria, and we'll come back to that shortly. But let's go straight to the application. At the home page, you have information about the application, but also about the data source. You can then go into exploring the data. Let's start by exploring data at a given health facility. So if I click on this health facility, as long as it has the geolocation, the geocoordinate, I should be able then to quickly look at the weather forecast. You can also look at the temperature trends, and this can be daily and monthly. You can also look at precipitation, and here you can also look at both monthly and daily precipitation. This tool allows you to zoom in if you want to have a deeper look at some of the spikes that you're probably observing. Then humidity is also provided for, and here you can look at both monthly and also daily trends for humidity. And here for humidity, we are looking at relative humidity, the average relative humidity. Then we have the normal that is based on a reference period. We have the dew point temperature and the air temperature. And lastly, we have a provision to be able to look at climate change. And here we're looking at the change right from 1970 up to this current year, 2024. And here you can look at the temperature changes over time. So let's go to data import. So for data import, you click on import data, and you should be able to then select the parameters that you want to import data for. So if I select temperature, and then I can say I want to import this for just a month, and I'll pick out this province, and then I click import. So the process that's happening is that it's able to then extract that data and then be able to import the data into the DHIS2. So it's as simple as that. So I'll go to this facility and I look at, pick the form, I pick a period that we imported data for. It was last year in January. So I'll scroll up to January, any date. So there we should be able to see that our temperature, air temperature data has actually been imported into the DHIS2 instance. So after you've imported this data, the next thing that you would want to do is definitely to analyze your data. And as you can see, we've been able to create a dashboard based on data that has been imported. And if you look at this first graph, it's basically looking at the trends of malaria with relative humidity. We also able to do a map that you can do a layer for humidity, and then put another layer for the malaria cases, and then be able to make sense out of that. Lastly, we also have what we call a split map that DHIS2 can actually help you come up with a split map that shows different maps for the different months, and then be able to look at the trends of humidity or any other climate data for the different months. So that's really how you are able to analyze this data, and a lot is yet to come in terms of analyzing and even modeling and prediction based on this data that we are importing.